Indianapolis, Memorial Day, the largest and most colorful sporting event in the world, the 500-mile race. 300,000 fans eager to thrill to the spectacle of speed. $1 million worth of racing equipment, and 33 brave and daring drivers with steel nerve and skill to match. They'll drive $40,000 machines for 200 grueling laps at blinding speeds around the 2.5-mile oval. $500,000 is the reward. Danger lurks anywhere. Any second, the smallest error can end in tragedy. Speeds now approach 160 miles per hour, more than twice as fast as the first race in 1911. 1964, year of the big design revolution. The conventional front-engine roadster faces its mightiest challenge. New, lightweight, rear-engine creations threaten the roadster which has dominated the speedway since 1947. For the fans, it's one big day of excitement. But for drivers and mechanics, a year of preparation and a month of decisions. From the day the track opened, May 1st, it was driver's choice. Front engine or rear engine. Regardless of the choice, there's trouble when you flirt with the danger zone. 3-foot outer walls loom like 10-story white buildings. The glamour side of racing is on the track. Gasoline Alley is where the decisions are made. 24 of the more than 6 entries are the new type rear engine. Mechanics hover over their cars day and night all during May, using a surgeon's touch to inspect every minute part. Roadsters weigh about 1,400 pounds. Rear engines, 1,150. Drive shafts weighing about 100 pounds transmit power to the rear wheels in a roadster. No need for one in a rear engine. For the first time in recent speedway history, a driver can fill her up at any one of 5 Gasoline Alley service stations. A choice in tires, too. And tests indicate they're capable of going the entire 500 miles. Some drivers made their choice early. Roger Ward and designer A.J. Watson, with the best speedway record in the last 5 years, go rear engine. Bobby Marshman, only driver to top 160. 160.085 on a practice lap in his Lotus Ford. Len Sutton, 1962 runner-up, will drive the first 4-cylinder Meyer-Drake rear engine ever to run at the track. Eddie Sachs, in an 8-cylinder rear engine for the first time in his 500 career. Don Branson prefers a Meyer-Drake engine behind the cockpit. A driver, but no car? No, just a radical design with the driver's cockpit slung on the side. Lotus designer Colin Chapman and world racing king Jimmy Clark. A championship combination. Clark finished second in the 63 500 in a Lotus Ford. Clark's teammate, Dan Gurney, in another entry from the Lotus stable. 26-year-old rookie, Dave McDonald of California sports car fame, the choice of builder Mickey Thompson, a pioneer in rear-engine machines at the 500. The mighty roar of the Novi is back. A familiar sound at the Speedway for almost 20 years, still without a victory. Owner Andy Granatelli is not discouraged.
Why do I stick with the Novi's? Because I love them like everybody else.
A.J. Foyt, USAC National Driving Champion, 3 of the last 4 years, explains his thinking to car owners Bill Anstead and Shirley Murphy.
Have you fellas come to any real decision as to which car you think we ought to try and prepare for the qualifications?
Well, yes, Murph, we have. Actually, George and I have been discussing this problem. The rear engine car that we have here at the present time is a considerable couple 100 pounds lighter than the Roadster. But the reason why we kind of picked the Roadster was because the car wasn't prepared properly. It will take us at least another couple months to prepare the car to run a 500-mile race. And we do know the weak points in the Roadsters that we can correct to run 500 miles. And at the present time, like George said, this car is new. We did have a prototype like this that we run over 154 mile an hour. But there's still a lot of little bugs in these cars that's got to be worked out.
Bill, you're in accord with that thinking?
I think it's a fine decision.
Well, then we're all in agreement, and that's the way we'll go.
500 champion Parnelli Jones has found success in front engines and still isn't sold on the new design. He wants to be sure. Jim Hurtubise is also fighting the trend. Jim and his brother Pete spent most of the winter building a new Roadster. Johnny Boyd's driven Roadsters in 9 previous 500s, claims they're safer and handle easier. Says the smart money's on the front engines. The final frantic search for speed is stepped up as qualifying draws near. The order of the day is stand on it. Indy Sachs hits 155, loses control on the backstretch. Eddie Sachs, that was a new way to lose it for you out on the number 2 turn today, wasn't it?
It wasn't only a new way, Tom. You've got to admit that I'm living up to my reputation. If you can't win, be spectacular.
But Eddie's not the only one who can be spectacular. Paul Russo's car loses the wheel. First qualifier, Roger Ward, proves he's made the right choice. A record lap of 157 miles per hour. His 156.5 four-lap average breaks the track record by 5 miles an hour. Bobby Marshman, favored for the number 1 starting position, can't quite reach his practice speeds of 160, but still sends the track record up to 157.867. Scotsman Jim Clark, ready to go. He's really moving. Lap number 2, a sensational 159.337.
Total time, 3.46.66. And the speed is 158.828.
8 miles an hour faster than the record of a year ago. Practically assuring Clark of pole position. Dan Gurney, calm and confident. Here is the time, 58 and 4400 seconds on lap number 4. The speed, 154.004. A.J. Foyt makes the show for the 7th straight year at 154.672. The defending champion signs in. Parnelli Jones with 155. His starting position, inside, second row. The usual war of nerves as drivers try to outweight each other. The pressure is off for Len Sutton, who's already qualified the Bryant Heating and Cooling Special. He relaxes with Jack Turner.
Well, how do you feel, Len? You're all qualified now, and you got all that sweat over with.
Sure glad to get it behind me, Jack. I always hate the qualifying. I'd much rather race.
Well, that car of yours, of course, is the first successful rear engine off of here. How does it feel to you?
I like the car real well. I think that it's much more comfortable than the old-style cars.
Well, then, now that you are qualified, what about race strategy? Are you planning on changing tires once and refueling and then going the distance on just one pit stop?
I'm going to make just one pit stop, Jack, but I think I can eliminate that tire change, just adding fuel. The tires will go the distance, and we don't want to take that chance of leaving a lug nut loose or something like that.
The calm is over. Now the storm for speed. Rookie Bob Harkey fulfills a dream. Veteran Bob Veit takes over A.J. Foyt's rear engine and puts it in the starting field at 153. Some aren't as fortunate. Sachs comes back after his spin and qualifies at 151.439. Bud Tinglestad qualifies his fourth 500. Johnny White is first. Dave McDonald averages 151.5 and gets the plaudits of Lotus designer Coleman Chapman, a fellow member of the road racing fraternity, now a real factor at the Speedway. Bobby Unser qualifies one of 3 novices to make the field, and Granatelli's confidence is confirmed. Don Branson makes it for the 6th straight year with a 153 average, adding still another rear engine to the lineup. The pressure builds as drivers try to squeeze into the starting field. It's nearly full. Some succeed. Others fail. Qualifications are over, and with it the dreams of many. Clark, Marshman, Ward, sitting 1, 2, 3 in Ford rear engines. Jones and Foyt are right behind in roadsters. Sutton and Branson up close in rear engine Meyer Drakes. The field is full. The decisions are made. The proof is next. Race day tension mounts. The fastest, most diversified 500 field in history. An average speed of 152.540 miles per hour. 12 rear engines. 18 conventional Meyer-Drake front-engine roadsters. 3 novices, each poised and polished. Now stark reality. The brutal, punishing test of speed and stamina to determine which one of 33 has pinpointed the route to victory lane. 11 a.m., May 30th.
Gentlemen, start your engine. As the war begins to build, here at the starting line. things are waiting. The pit stop moves on, and the green flag is out.
Clark leads. Marshman is second. Ward third, with Jones, Foyt, and Gurney in pursuit. Engines are now in the top 3 places. This much we know. Dave McDonald, the number 83, exploded when he hit the inside wall and ricocheted down the track in flames. Several cars squeezed by on each side, but Eddie Sachs, the number 25, slammed into McDonald, causing the second explosion.
The others coming around. The track is blocked up there. There is
Ronnie
no way
Dillon's
to
car
get
burns beside the wall, but he escapes through the flames.
The red flag is down now from starter track to there.
The leaders break to a stop at the number 4 turn behind the completely blocked racetrack.
The race has been stopped.
And the red flag is out. The race is stopped. 7 cars are out of competition.
It is a needless request that we make this announcement. Driver Eddie Sachs was fatally injured in the accident on the main straightaway. Well, we're going to get underway here. Get start. The race will be started again, and they will start in a position that they were running on the previous lap. Let's get up there, Pat, to get them underway. Let's start the engine. You get up there. The mechanics might...
The race restarted after an hour and 43-minute delay. First restart due to an accident in Speedway history. The Lotus Fords are 1, 2, 3. Clark ahead. But Marshman's diving low in the corners and closing in. Journey's third. Chemical drying powder billows from the accident scene. Marshman's making his move. He boxes Clark behind a slower car and shoots into the lead after only 6 laps. An early unscheduled stop for Journey is in second. Ward is now third. Marshman's running away from the field after the fastest competitive lap in history. 157.646. Watch it. Marshman's in trouble. Driving too low on the turn, the rear end hit the track, knocking out the oil plug. His crew asks for the black flag. Not necessary. He's out of competition. Word comes of the death of Dave McDonald as a result of the second lap accident. Clark shoots back out in front. And his lead increases as Ward pulls in for fuel. Foyt's battling Carnelli for second now. And makes it. But Foyt almost loses it, and Jones flashes past. A rear wheel buckles on Clark, running in first. Fears soft compound tires of shredding, causing the suspension system to collapse. Pacemakers, Marshman and Clark are out, and Carnelli Jones is back in a familiar spot, first place. But Jones needs fuel after only 54 laps. Here comes Carnelli into the best. Escapes with only slight burns. The cause a mystery even to his crew. Possibly a spark set it off when the filler cap was slammed shut. Trapped in the pits by the fire, rookie Walt Hansen, riding in third, takes a detour back to the track. First place speeds past fourth place Don Branson. He leads second place Roger Ward by nearly 1 lap, running 5 miles per hour faster than the record. Foyt, number 54, has come from 23rd to 3rd, and Jim Hurtubise is running a fast 4th. Glenn Sutton has moved into 6th. Foyt makes a pit stop for fuel. Only 13.5 seconds. And it's back out, still in 1st. The blistering pace begins to tell. A bad break for Foyt. A blown piston. It's Troy Letman. More trouble for the Lotus Ford team. Gurney's soft tires are starting to break up. A tough decision. Gurney's car is withdrawn in the interest of safety. Both Lotus Fords out of the running. Bill Cheeseburg blows an engine. Sutton streaking for 3rd. Makes his planned 1 pit stop. Then emptiness. A faulty fuel pump. 3rd place seems unlucky. The Hurtubise car is out of oil. The 20th car out of competition. Not much time for Roger Ward. Always a charger. Foyt stalks Ward now. And takes it. A.J. has lapped everyone. Branson slowing down in 3rd. Tough luck. His clutches slipping. A masterful bit of driving up to 3rd, then bitter disappointment. Foyt's crewmen see Ward coming in for a 5th pit stop. His car has been gulping fuel, but he has managed to stay in 2nd place. Number 1 is number 1. A.J. Foyt, a double 500 winner at a record speed of 147.350.
The running down to victory lane for the celebration will continue in a moment.
A beautiful trip down south to victory lane. The 3-hour, 23-minute trip is worth $153,000. Not bad mileage allowance, about $306 a mile. Ward, a tired but happy 2nd. Lloyd Ruby 3rd. Rookie Johnny White 4th. Johnny Boyd 5th. Bud Tingelstadt 6th. Dick Rathman 7th. Rookie Bob Hartke 8th. For Foyt, it's his 2nd victory. And the front-engine Meyer Drake Roadster continues to dominate the 500.